Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. It is Friday, June 1st, 2012. In the middle of uploading, the fully upgraded gameplay and then of course the mass upgrade videos from Skylanders. That said, what I'm going to start doing now while I do that, and there's still a few blog posts to go there, but a while back I actually asked, what you wanted to see next. I think there were like 10, 12 titles. Paper Mario, Super Mario World, Wii Sports Resort stuff, Skyward Sword, Kirby's Epic Yarn, Mario Kart Wii. What won in the landslide is what you see here, which is Mario Kart Wii. By the way, note, it is 6:25. Very weird for me to be recording anything really before 10 p.m. But anyway, what I did then is as I kind of got closer to wrapping up Skylanders, I actually had a blog poll which closed, I think, Wednesday or Thursday. Basically what you wanted to see, if you just wanted, hey, here's 100cc and we're done, picture a cart for the other two, unlockables, everything. And basically what people said they wanted to see again in a complete landslide, I didn't really think it'd be that close. I thought it would be closer, was people want to see everything. I know I've seen a lot of Mario Kart Wii videos. It's usually like online, hacked cheats, stuff like that. Or, of course, just like friends getting together trying to do like legitimate shortcuts or tricks and stuff. I've never actually researched it to see if there was like a full-blown walkthrough from zero to hero. I'm sure there is. There's probably quite a few of them, but for whatever reason, that's what people want to see. May or may not do absolutely everything. It'll kind of depend how it goes and what else pops up between now and then. But that said, we're going to go ahead and you put the game in the Wii, obviously, and here's a title screen for you. Basically, this game, I think it was 2007. I should probably confirm that with the box. I could totally be wrong. I'm sorry, 2008, I guess. So, like I said, that's why I double check. It's one of those games, if you've got a Wii, you probably have this game. Despite being now 4 years old, it's still insanely popular. The online play is great. It's a lot of fun, for a single person, especially 2 to 4 people. Kind of get the whole family involved. When you first play it, you're probably going to be horrible just trying to get used to the controls. I know the very first time I picked it up, I thought it was really cool, and then I was like in the ditch, just kind of adjusting. It was actually the very first Wii game I played, so you kind of have to adjust not only the new controls, but the motion, everything like that. That said, the way I play, I just hold the Wii remote sideways, essentially a steering wheel. I don't use a steering wheel though, because I'm too lazy to take the jacket off the Wiimote, in all honesty. That's the truth. You can use, there's several different ways to do it. You can use the nunchuck if you want to. You can use the classic controller. You can use kind of the, GameCube control, whatever you want to do. But for me, it's just easier to keep it simple and hold the Wii remote sideways. So basically, once you click start here, you just kind of transition into whatever control mode you've selected. Here's our ubiquitous screens here, which, if anyone has broke their TV with a Wiimote in Wii Sports Tennis or something, feel free to leave a comment. Pictures would be great. I'll put it on the blog, make you famous. Of course, if I would have just waited, there's our 2008 copyright from Nintendo. But if you actually sit here long enough, there's a series of cutscenes. Thank you. The first one, it's going to be Mario and Luigi and Princess. I guess I'll just let it run, just for the sake of doing it, since I don't know if it's been done or not. Nothing too crazy, it's just some, kind of stimulating those two, getting into it, and then it actually transitions to the racetrack.
Mario Kart Wii!
If you actually watch all of these, you'll kind of learn a few little, like super secret shortcuts, but just little things you can do. Maybe if you're having trouble with a certain level, you can, with that for example, But overall, this game is a ton of fun. That's why it's still popular after all this time. There's a ton of stuff you can do just the single player mode, trying to win everything, unlock everybody. Which actually on my own personal save file, I still haven't done that. I haven't done the mirror cups or stuff like that. Also, don't think I ever got outfit B for the Mii. But anyway, if you stay here, I think the second one's usually Maple Treeway, one of my favorite tracks. But if you want to see them, stay there. Of course, there's my personal one. I'm going to go ahead and start a new one. I don't want to delete mine, so I'll just start from scratch here. If you don't have a Mii made, you'll want to do that. I don't know why anyone would use the guest here. I've actually seen some people, I know some people that do it, but I would just make a Mii. I mean, it makes the game a lot more enjoyable. So, of course, this is me, indicated by my name being Mii. So, we're going to go ahead. Here's my blank license. I guess I carry 2 because that's how we roll. But anyway, as you can see, there's absolutely nothing. As you progress, bronze, silver, or gold, you get the little squares filled in. And as you can see, you only have access to the first 2 new cups and the first 2 retro cups. You have to actually unlock the others. If the Mii that you just chose is deleted from the Mii channel, the Mii that you're using in Mario Kart will also be deleted. Please be careful. Basically, just don't delete Mii's you create. So, can't remember if there's a... Okay, there's not anything. So, anyway, basically, here's your choices. You've got Mario Kart channel, where you can go see what hacked people do to set world records. Wi-Fi connection, you can have up to 2 friends locally, and then you can hook up. I think it's like 12. I would give people my friend code, and have you add me and whatnot. I wouldn't really be on much, but the reason this wasn't my very first playthrough, I played it all the time, and then I got burned out on it because I couldn't play online anymore. The local internet people, I don't know what the deal is, but they claim there's water in the line. Usually when you diagnose a problem, you fix it, and that seems to be the point of no return there. They diagnose the problem and they just don't care to fix it. Basically what they had me do is switch a splitter so I actually have a fast internet connection, meaning YouTube videos that last 3 minutes don't take 15 to load. Unfortunately, that means the reverse is true here. Nintendo channel, when they were doing that stuff, like a 12-minute episode would take me like 24 minutes to watch. It's absolutely ridiculous. Essentially what happened in the online stuff, I would just get disconnected. If you're ever in a big group, you don't want to be the person that ticks everyone off. And just really got frustrating. Kind of killed that at the time. I was doing a lot of Mario Sports Mix too. That said, you can do multiplayer locally with 4 people. Only downside, it splits the screen into quadrants, and I don't know, for whatever reason, I've always just kind of liked my own screen, which is why online is great. But what we're going to focus on, of course, is single player. You can, come in, time trial, Grand Prix, everything like that. So, as you can see, battle mode, which I won't record. You've actually got balloon battle and coin runners. I'd love to record this stuff and upload it if I could still play online. I suppose I could switch the splitter at some point, but then you impact your internet. It's really just a stupid situation to be in. But both of these are a lot of fun, particularly online with some friends. Versus mode, you kind of basically set stuff up and just try to beat everybody. Time trials, you can kind of preview the tracks here. I was actually thinking of doing that right off the bat, but there's some I don't know if you can unlock, the ghosts, with the base karts or not. Probably could, I'm not 100% sure. And then you've got the Grand Prix. This is of course where you race for the cups. You can actually come in and do any class you want right off the bat. I had forgotten, I thought it was locked, but I'm going to of course do everything kind of chronologically. We'll go 50cc. As you can see here, we've got 12 base characters. There's actually a full roster. I think it's like 34ish, just off the top of my head. You can unlock a ton of stuff here. In all honesty, I almost always race as Mario. Like battle mode stuff, I'll do Bowser, Waluigi, Koopa, stuff like that. What I am going to do to kind of spice things up, I am actually going to divide this up, try to use the same character for each class, but I've decided I'm going to use Koopa Troopa for 50cc, so hopefully that doesn't bomb on me. I really haven't run him a lot, And I'm also debating just using the standard karts for pretty much everything, just kind of show that it can be done. Choices right off the bat are mini beast, booster seat, and the standard kart. I'm just going to go with the standard kart, see how we do. The other thing I plan to do, manual, obviously gives you an edge with the mini turbos. Fact of the matter is the vast majority of people don't ever mess with it, they just do automatic unless you really get into it. So I'm going to do that as well. It'll make things a little more difficult in terms of not just blowing past everyone. Basically, the top row is going to be the brand new racetracks for this game, Mario Kart Wii. Bottom is going to be the retro cups. They'll be indicated, as you can see, SNES, GameCube, DS, etc. You've got 2 cups in each to begin with. I'm actually going to go ahead and start with the Mushroom Cup. And we're at the 10-minute mark, 10:50ish, and just go ahead and get started. Bear with me here, I haven't played in quite some time, and I honestly don't ever race in the small 50cc kart, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm usually Mario, so I just kind of wanted, I'm going to call this actually Kart Wii or something, I guess. Obviously, hold the accelerate button down on 2, you'll actually wind up doing everything right. I'm really kind of trying to remember the controls here. It's hard having played Mario Kart 7 recently and not this, but I think I'll figure it out as we go. That's kind of why I picked to start in the 50cc. What really kills you here, particularly as you get into the 100 and 150cc, you can be totally dominating everything like you see here, and then you get blue Koopa shelled 2 times in a row, and then a Bullet Bill whizzes by you, and basically you go from like 1st to 12th. But I mean, right now we could get hit many times and still be okay. So obviously right here, I always try to use an item if a POW block's coming, but right there at the, forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, I try to kind of, use the items judiciously and smartly. I try to keep them, when I'm way ahead on the final lap, just in case. But like right there, next time somebody takes the ramp, and with the speed boost, they'll probably be going too quick and they'll hit my banana peel, just what I want. If you ever see your character like turn around and clap or snap or something, that's kind of what it indicates. Item you left behind has been hit. So, and here we go already. Again, my advice is to deploy any items beforehand. It just beats completely losing them. So hopefully we won't hit our own banana peel up here. The question block really doesn't block anything, so I'm going to ditch it. And we've been hit twice. There's the lightning. This is just what you have to come to expect from Mario Kart. So, nonetheless, we won. So you get 15 points. A perfect deal would be 60. Looks like our top competition here will be Luigi and Baby Mario, at least initially. So, looked like we were 11 seconds up. They'll cycle through the current race and then the overall standings. I'm probably going to breeze through these later on. You can replay it if you want to, or just cut to the next race. It's obviously what we're going to be doing. So, alright, Moo Moo Meadows. I feel like it's an underappreciated track. Like when you go online, it's very rare you see people like, hey, let's Moo Moo Meadow. That said, it's kind of enjoyable when you look at it from the underdog status. Issue here, there's like 3-headed cattle to dodge. They progressively invade the track more and more. If you don't nail the timing there, you'll actually lose. You can drift behind people, didn't really get to showcase that. And downside to being in a lightweight character is simply, you get bumped around. If you have mushrooms, you can actually cut through the grass, save a little bit of time. As you can see, we've gotten out in front of everybody. Also, lifting up on the Wii remote, when you hit a ramp, you'll kind of do a trick, sort of get a speed boost. But the other issue you've got to watch for is the moles, which you can kind of see there. slow you down a little bit. Sometimes they'll turn your cart, I think, if you pop one. But, 3 items anytime I get like 3, good lord, Koopa shells or bananas. I just kind of string them behind me. That way you've got a shield, you know, say someone were to throw, you know, a red Koopa shell, you can block it easy. A little move he just did kind of indicates that somebody probably hit one of the 4 banana peels I covered the track with. Something I've noticed, you know, it's kind of hit and miss on, you know, blue Koopa shells. There's been times like, you know, we just did the very first race and had the 3 hits, and then there's been times I've gone through 150cc, kind of been up towards the top, and you know, seems like you never see them. So kind of weird how they do that, but I mean, just take what you can get. As you can see, of course, the other thing I'll mention, I should be well aware of this, but I wanted to keep the red shell. The 3rd lap, you actually hear the music kind of pick up the pace. Just kind of something trademark they've done for several titles in the franchise. Right here's a good place for the banana peel, and hopefully we get a, you know, another banana peel or a shell or something. And then again, you know, at the end I just always like to deploy anything left in the arsenal. You know, it might change things if Baby Mario is second. You know, maybe he spins out and Peach takes the win or something. But yeah, it looks like Luigi is going to be our main competition. Baby Peach, Baby Mario right up there too. That's what happens when you hit a cow. If you were watching the background, you just kind of spin out. But so far, so good. Toad and Peach totally stinking it up down there at the bottom. You know, we'll go ahead to the next race. This is kind of like controlled chaos in this game, really. Okay, Mushroom Gorge. It actually reappeared Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS. Pretty cool track, in my opinion. There's various different paths you can take. There's a couple of shortcuts. I'm not really going to do any of the crazy shortcuts, you know, like the stuff that requires a mushroom, just because it's so rare that you're ever actually going through the game and you have a mushroom at that ideal spot. But the good news is we finally landed a perfect start. I should be able to do that more frequently now that I'm kind of playing the game. You can also speed bounce on the mushrooms. For whatever reason, I usually go this way. Sometimes up here on this gorge area with the mushrooms, you have to be careful. Seems like I always get hit by an item and then get knocked off the track, which, you know, the other thing, if I'm going really fast, which that was not good. But if I'm going really fast, like with the speed boost or something, there's times that I actually like overshoot the mushrooms and you can't really do anything about it. Also of note, if somebody would have hit a Goomba with a shell, they like will turn into a freaking Luigi. They'll turn into a mushroom or something you can kind of pick up sometimes. I really wish I had the ability to drift right now. I think we'll be able to stage a little comeback here. So, Baby Peach is a problem. We'll eliminate her, and should get past Baby Mario up here. I was trying to drift him, but are you kidding me? Other thing I try to do, you know, if I'm ever in first, just barely ahead of people, I will actually go in and you know, slow down a little bit, see if I can get his second place to hit the mushroom as well. I thought we were off the track there. Kind of surprised we weren't. Issue now is going to be getting back into first place, which is doable, but for a 50cc race, it seems to be pretty item heavy to our disadvantage. We'll see what we can do. Just trying to get her off the track there. Okay, there's a lightning. Oh, I went for the mushroom. Missed it. So we're third place. I don't know if we can pull this off. It'll really kind of depend, number one, if I don't screw this up, which I seem to be doing, and then number two, who's ahead of us. We lost it. We kind of got the shaft on that one. Baby Peach took it, ironically. So, like I said, I probably should have kind of played the game a little bit before just jumping back into it, but I figured I'd take my chances. I think Toad's Factory is next. Not 100% sure. Yeah, Toad's Factory, it's pretty cool. It gets annoying, which I may have, that area right here may be problematic since I'm a lightweight character. You kind of just get bumped around. Sort of why I like the mid-range characters the best. But, oh well. Now, if you time this correctly, which when you get tapped around, it's really hard to. It's pretty easy to get through there. This is the area I'm kind of worried about because I'm afraid we'll get bumped by people. Obviously, you don't want to hit the crates either. The little thing I do is try to take as many power-ups as possible, just so the people behind you can't get them. Really, you usually don't see that many blue Koopa shells in 50cc. Whatever. Just gonna have to take what you can get, I suppose. That's an area, if you're ever in the back of the pack, you can really get slowed down if you don't land everything just right. That's why it's nice to have something other than a green Koopa shell. Just barely made that one. Sometimes I'll, already be in progress of jumping, and you just kind of miss that one. If you note, they usually alternate these. You'll kind of see that in Coconut Mall later on, too. So. It's usually a pattern. You just kind of have to be patient and figure it out. Surprised it's been a while since we've had an item. Well, never mind. Generally, the other thing with the I couldn't see the banana peel. When Blooper comes and shoots the ink, a little trick you can do if you have a mushroom, you can hit that. One of those ramps we just took with the speed boost, that'll actually kind of wash the ink off. At least I know it does on Mario Kart 7. Pretty sure it happens here too. I really hadn't played in a while, so. I think at least that's the way I remember it. So. Of course, you can block the red Koopa shells with banana peels. So. Ordinarily, if you've got them behind you, it'll take care of it naturally, but sometimes it doesn't. As you can see, we got confirmation that does in fact happen. And I'll just kind of stagger the banana peels and goes to the win. Alright, so we wound up with 57 because we didn't get first place at Mushroom Gorge, which was pretty sad, really. But still, we were 16 up on second place, I think. Yeah. So Luigi took second, Baby Peach third. That's basically all there is to see there. What's nice about these, I'm going to be able to record pretty quick. I'm not going to have issues where I have to worry about the 30-minute mark aside from this one. And we'll go ahead and what you'll see now is kind of the end scene. I'll just let you kind of take that one in. Which, if you go back in time, some of my very first uploads to the account were actually me filming this with a camera before I had my capture card and the new computer that could actually handle it. Mainly for like the end scenes. I think I've deleted some of them. People are ragging on my, 1998 TV, which still works just fine. So, but these end scenes, it's kind of cool the way they do them. I like Peach's castle there in the background. Let's see what we got. Okay, so obviously first place in the trophy. With the rank, we got 1 star probably because for all the crud that happened in Mushroom Gorge. 3 stars is the best you can get. However, if you get at least 1 star in certain cups or certain, classes, you will actually unlock certain characters. I'll get all this up on the blog, but that may be what I do, is just kind of re-race stuff till I get the stars I need or something. But 50cc Mushroom Cup, everything went great with the exception of Mushroom Gorge. Again, as I play more, I'll kind of get the controls back. And Koopa Troopa, has been a staple on the roster for a long time. I remember going over to a friend's house that had SNES when I had Sega. I'd usually pick Koopa Troopa, and I just kind of think he's a cool character. Has a few tracks named after him, but I kind of like. He's always sort of been an underdog guy. So, like I said, though, I usually prefer the mid-range characters. Usually play Mario, but kind of thought I'd do a little stuff different here, kind of surprise people with some stuff. But yeah, that was our introduction to the game. Kind of covered why I'm playing it and why I'll be playing it the way I am. Of course, it was all fan voted. Then, of course, I'm just basically going to go through and I guess unlock the majority, if not everything, and kind of go from absolutely nothing to close to everything. So this is the first part here. Came in 50cc Mushroom Cup. You see the results here. So I think I'll go ahead and see if I can't come out, try to get a quiet spot. It's going to be really cheesy to have that up every time, but I've noticed if I don't have sound from the game at the end, it's less likely to skip. So you'll probably be seeing this home menu and monitoring my battery status quite a bit. But yeah, questions, comments, feel free to ask here on YouTube or the blog, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com. I'm probably going to go ahead and post these to the blog kind of by, 50cc, 100, 150cc type stuff. Keep them all archived there, kind of give my thoughts on the tracks, any tips or tricks or anything like that. Best way to get a response is to post there. The YouTube end I kind of have a hard time keeping up with. But like I said, YouTube if you want to, blog if you need a quick response or just something really important or something. You can also follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, whichever you prefer. And as always, thanks for watching.